Hello, welcome to another episode of the Chicken Noodle Podcast. It's all right. I'm your host, Austin Campbell. Let's eliminate some of this clutter, shall we? This should be the first video episode that goes into the vault, and I appreciate you writing this out with me, however long you've been in here. I don't know how well this is going to turn out, but just stick with me, and every episode, I'll give you my word that it's going to be better and better. If you guys been with me for a while, thank you. Welcome back. You know how this goes. Stream of consciousness, where whatever's going on, I just kind of talk about how I'm feeling, touch on some current events, and, I've got some goofs wrote down here. So, welcome. Let me lead your thoughts. If we will all think alike, maybe this world could be a better place. And without further ado, let's get into some things. Now, when you guys go to church on Sunday, what is it that you do when you go to church? Usually, you thank God, right? You thank God when you go to church, and that's fantastic. What I've noticed in some stuff's going on today is that really, I think you need to thank your local serpent, right? When you see your little serpent rolling about, I think you need to give him a thanks, because this world's at a point in time where people that, this is a big casino. We all live in the United States, which is just a big casino, and it doesn't require any talent to get famous. It is just a casino. And you have these kids, as someone I love and respect calls them dead-eyed little freaks, have been corrupted by this disease that is like Gen Z fame. So David Humflett, a Gen Z TikTok influencer, has gone viral after he live streamed himself getting bit by a venomous diamondback rattlesnake in Florida. Okay, now pull up the video so we can get some audio going in here. And he says things after he gets bit by this snake that I just quite frankly can't believe. And it's, so him and 3 other friends are in the woods, and he says he was pulling tree bark. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if they were just in the woods and he was just pulling tree bark. That doesn't seem like something kids would do. So it leads me to wonder what in the world he was doing, why they were in the woods. But anyways, so here's the video. Hold on.
Let's go.
Look at this, bit. Cooked. Laughing. Okay. Couple of things. He turns to the snake, or turns the camera and says, he says, "I'm cooked." Oh, sorry. Turns the camera and says, "What a meme." What a meme? Hey, get to the hospital. And then he turns to the snake as it's still sitting there.
What a meme, dude.
What a meme. GG. Sweet.
This got bit in the leg by diamondbacks.
So, yes. These kids are just looking at him. They're like, dude, let's go.
Let's get the picture to it first. I mean, we're already screwed anyways.
Oh, no.
Big diamondback.
As fast as you get there.
Oh, yeah. It's the worst thing to get bit by in Florida.
Okay. Worst snake to get bit by in Florida. Probably, hey, don't get bit by a snake at all. Right? Now, I don't know why he's saying he was just peeling the tree bark. And that seemed to happen. There we go. Fix that. So then it flashes to him in the hospital, and he's expected to survive. He said he got in the car immediately.
Right, because that's like the shock.
And afflicted.
Body until we had to say on my shin, thought it was going to explode, still does. Drove 30 minutes, then there's ambulance station.
Ambulance station?
So in the helicopter to Shamus Hospital, where I'm being treated. Got my first 10 ball and then to get down. It's still getting worse anymore.
It's kind of hard to tell how bad it is, but it's starting to bruise. What do you want to say to the camera?
I want to say this.
What do you want to say to the camera? Hey, I would like to say I'm cooked, and someone go gift that snake 50 subs. That's what I want to say to the camera. Oh, hey, tell that snake to invest in Hawkcoin. That's a good investment. No, tell the snake, hey, next time, don't miss. Hey, go for the throat. Go for the jugular. Hey, snake. Hey, have you heard of a store called Costco? Hey, I have some unfinished business at Costco that I'd like you to take care of. Hey, snake, have you heard of Bring the Boom? Kill him. Hey, snake, did you invest any of your money in Hawkcoin? Hey, handle that for me. That's what I'd like to tell that snake. So, after you go to church and, you give thanks to God for all that he's done in your life, I need you to thank your local serpent for attempting to make this world a little less cringe. GG's, snake. Oh, wow, my mouse is all the way over there. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe, because they say God can intervene in things, and sometimes he's working in mysterious ways. I think that he's just gotten so mad about the Bring the Booms, that double chunk chocolate cookie. It's a chant. It's a chant, and it's demonic. And I think they're, GGs, and I'm cooked. It's just brain rot stuff. So I just think that he's turning a blind eye and, maybe not necessarily paying attention to what, Satan is doing at sometimes. Oh, whoops. I didn't realize he did that. Curly Fry Karen, another story sweeping the nation. And like I said, sorry for this audio. I'm working on the audio. This is the second time I've filmed this podcast. The audio is just not great on the first one, so I'm going to get a new mic. But anyways, like I said, just thanks for sticking with me here. Curly Fry Karen. Now, Jack in the Box, of course, someone from Jack in the Box is going to get the nickname Curly Fry Karen. Oops. Okay, just making sure everything is plugged in and everything is grade A. Okay. Because I don't want to do this a third time, and I would close, dismiss, like these news sites, and sign up for $1. No, hey, send me a paper. Right? Everything on the internet's free. You want me to pay for you? Send me a paper. An unruly Jack in the Box customer got a big surprise after she accosted staffers over a missing curly fry order and found herself in the receiving end of a beatdown by fed-up workers. Footage from the fast food joint, believed to be in Spartanburg, South Carolina, showed a woman in black beanie stomp up to the counter, and shout at employees in the kitchen about missing items from her 3 effing combos. Oh. Well, sounds like someone needs Ozempic. Oh, Ozempic. Okay, I'd like I'd like to show the video, please. She utters, fix my shit or I will blow this MFer up. Oh, here it is. Okay. So let's this. Oh.
Get out here. Wait for me to get
Now. Oh, throws a cardboard cutout at them. She's pretty large. She got a beanie on, which you never see a woman with a beanie. A woman with a beanie, with a black beanie, green sweat, and yoga pants, and then, I don't know what kind of shoes those are. Pretty white trash. Okay, now a black man gets up on the counter, stands above her, and then just decks her in the face. Then she throws another cardboard cutout at him, and then he jumps down like a spider monkey and starts whooping her. Then a woman gets in on the action. Then a white woman tries to come save her white friend, and then the black people start beating her ass too. And there's a couple of fat people in here, and there's just a lot of rolls everywhere. And Ozempic should use this as their next. They should use this as their next advertisement. They really should, because they should say, "Ozempic, are you sick of getting your ass beat in a Jack in the Box in Spartanburg, North Carolina, by the employees? Well, hey, try Ozempic. Stick one shot in you." And you'll feel so sick that you won't even want Jack in the Box. You'll get so dangerously skinny, your body will start to become shaped like a pear. And, Ozempic, don't try a new diet. Just take a shot. It's that easy. Oh, hey, I'm an addict. Hello, my name's Austin Campbell, and I'm an addict. And I know one thing about shots sometimes, that a lot of people in my life were running from problems that they had. And you know what they did? They just took one shot and just stuck it inside them, right? And they just felt so better. I watched people take a shot and I'd watch them piss their pants. I'd watch them orgasm in their pants. Hell, I've even seen someone shit their pants after taking a shot, right? But those were illegal drugs. These are legal drugs. Ozempic, please take a shot and you won't get your ass beaten Jack in the Box, right? Ozempic. Everyone, round of applause. Ozempic. I went and saw the movies. When's the last time you guys have been to the movies? Last time I was at the movies, I don't even remember what I saw, but it's been a while. I don't remember really what I saw, but my wife wanted to go to the movies for New Year's Eve because she's pregnant and she can't party how she wants to. So, maybe not this is my wife parties, but you know what I mean? She just can't drink. So, okay, is this going to be the story? Sorry, pulling up something for later. But anyways, they went to, so my wife said, hey, pick a movie and let's go to, she started reading off these movies. And I was like, wow, you know what? All these suck. What happened to the movies that I used to love to go see, and there'd be, 7 things on at a time that I'd be all right with seeing. And now all of this stuff sounds like hot garbage. Let's see here. Okay. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. No. Mufasa the Lion King. The real life version. No. Nosferatu. I don't do horror, because I take the ride when it comes to a movie. I buy the ticket, you give me the ticket, I put the in it, and I shove it in. I shove it somewhere in me because I want to take the ride because I want to get the best experience out of the movie. So I don't really do horror because it's not pleasant, and I've been through a lot of unpleasant things in my life, mostly due to my addiction, but I just can't handle that, so my emotions are all jacked up. And you might say that's soft. You might not be wrong, but also me being an artist in the arts, I want to give myself fully to the movie. Just like how I would want, before I have sex, I like to make sure that someone fully gives themselves to me, male or female. Consensuality is what is the important thing, right? So, don't do horror. Moana 2. Okay, I mean, 3 kids movies that, of course, I've seen all of the first ones, but with my wife, what's going on here? Wicked. I mean, jump off a bridge. Wicked sucks. Wizard of Oz, fine. It's fine for what it is. But you're going to remake Wizard of Oz with, like, it's just weird. Look up who is it? What's the girl's, who's in Wicked? Not the witch, but the other girl. It's the singer. It's the singer. I don't know who it is. But, anyways, not good. Bad. She dated Mac Miller. Come on. Who's the singer that dated Mac Miller? Wow. She has that gay brother. Whatever. You guys know who I'm talking about. Bad movie. 2 hours and 40 minutes. Not a chance in hell that I would go see that movie. Not a chance in Wicked I'd go see that movie. A Complete Unknown. What is it? Oh, that's the Bob Dylan thing. I looked at that and I'm like, yeah, he's a good songwriter, but like, what was the plot of his life? I didn't understand that, so no, don't really care. The Fire Inside, what is that? Oh, it's about a female boxer. It's pretty much a ripoff of $1 Million Baby. You're not $1 Million Baby, chill out. Homestead, considered it, but it's PG-13, and really, go see a movie that's rated R. Get off your high horse. Gladiator 2, heard there's a lot of homoerotic stuff in there. I'm not opposed to seeing it, because of course, Are You Not Entertained is one of the greatest lines ever. But that doesn't really float my wife's boat. Kraven the Hunter, I've seen that movie advertised so many times, I will not see it just on principle. Right? Like, when, like when I was in prison and they were like, so I watched someone, get in a fight, 2 people I didn't know each other. And I said, hey, I asked my cellmate, I said, hey, why did they fight? And they said, oh, they fought on principle. And I didn't ask another question after that because honestly, it wasn't that interesting to me. So I'm assuming it was maybe gang affiliated, but I was so new, I just got there. So I felt like I didn't need to ask any more questions. But I understand what it means, but I'll never know what those guys fought off of. Actually, I did find out what they kind of fought off of. So one guy was named Rooster. I'll get back to what movie we saw. One guy was named Rooster, and the other guy was named, I don't know some guy named Rooster that was coming in with, it's like, he had like rooster hair. He's this white guy, kind of weird looking, but he's like, a guy in his late 40s or early 50s that had a run with amphetamines, and, I've seen a million of these guys. And so he comes in, and then all of a sudden someone yells in the dorm that they know that person and that he's done stuff to, he's taken advantage of women, right? Of like young women. So the rumblings get started, and then it becomes, okay, who's going to beat his ass, right? And so the guy that said that he knows him, they're like, hey, since you know him, you got to go beat his ass. And he's like, dude, I'm just letting you guys know I'm not going to beat his ass. And they're like, well, what, do you support that? He's like, no, I'm just trying to do my time. I'm just letting you all know, it's not sweet with this guy. Or maybe it's always sweet with this guy. So, anyways, get to lunch, and then someone just walks up to him with a lunch tray, and just like the Adam Sandler in The Longest Yard, just like that scene, takes the lunch tray, boom, smacks him in the head. Sorry, let me take you back a couple minutes before, when the doors pop open to go to lunch, right? This guy Rooster knows that people are trying to beat his ass. So he comes out of his cell literally doing one of these, like ready to tussle, and just like in a wide stance, but just doing this, right? And he's just head on a swivel, just doing this, and everyone's just walking by him, and he's just ready to throw down. But no one did anything right there, so he kind of let his guard down a little bit, and that's on him. So then we get to lunch, and I see, this black man that, is affiliated, and I don't know if he definitely was like wanting people to know that, like, I'm that MFer, right? I'm that guy. So then he took the lunch tray, and then boom, and then, that was about it. So, anyways, Baby Girl is the movie we went and saw. Now, you might say, what in the world is that? And I'd say, well, it's with Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman, she plays a girl boss, Rummy. Harris Dickinson plays Samuel, and Antonio Banderas plays Nicole Kidman's husband, Jacob. I saw this movie, so you don't have to. That's the name of this segment. So pretty much, Nicole Kidman's a girl boss, and the movie opens up with her having sex with her husband, Antonio Banderas, and the movie opens up with her climaxing, okay? And then, Antonio Banderas, like any good husband does after that happens, he passes out. And she goes into the other room and starts to watch pornography, okay? And then she does her whole thing over again while watching that right after she got done. Now, that is a problem, okay? Now, we're not here at the CNP to judge, but that, my friends, is a problem. Isn't that right? Everyone meet Cole. Meet Cole the chicken. Cole knows that that's a problem. But Cole knows with the help of Magic Mind, he can get through anything. So that happens, and then this guy, Harris Dickinson, Samuel, he gets a job at, she's the CEO of a company that does AI delivery stuff, like Amazon in 30 years probably. And so he's an intern there, and they have this, this sexual tension that starts building, and then he's like, pretty much, hey, I think you like to be told what to do. And she doesn't deny that. And so then they start having, relations. They just start having sexual relations after the tension builds, right? Like so then her family, Nicole Kidman's family, Antonio Banderas, and she has two daughters. One of them has a mullet, and her name is I can't remember what her name is. No, not Esme. Isabel. She has a mullet, and, she looks but she's like 15. She's 15. And so she's talking about she says, hey, can I have, what's one of those, gender neutral names, like Pat or like Joe? Can I have, that person over? And they're like, yeah, that's fine. But you can't tell if it's a guy or a girl, and you can't really tell if she's if she's as in a boyfriend or girlfriend. So then they say, yeah, that's fine. Well, then later on in the movie, she is in the pool with a girl, and they start making out. And the mom, Nicole Kidman, sees that and asks her later, hey, what was that neighbor girl doing? That's not, Joe or Pat. And the daughter's like, oh, well, that's the neighbor girl. I like her. She's like, oh, well, do you like, I thought, what about Joe or Pat? She's like, oh, well, we're dating, but me and the other girl were just having fun, right? And so it kind of gets glossed over, like, hey, if you want to be 15 years old and you want to be gay and you want to cheat on your boyfriend, that's kind of okay, is the message that I got from it. And listen, I love gay people. I love people that are, what is that, pan, that just are attracted to just nothing besides gender. Like, hey, look at that Christmas tree over there. I might fork it here in a minute. I love those people. They interest me. But I don't think it's okay. I don't think the okay part is, I don't know how I feel about kids, because I just don't know how I feel about it in general. Do I think that people are born like that? Well, yeah, kind of. So I don't think that makes it wrong. But also, I just don't know. So really, it's not my place to judge. So whatever. But when you start to do it with the kids, that's when I'm like, okay, is that necessary? Is my point. So she does that, and then, Nicole Kidman and her fling, they're hooking up, and he's making her do the strangest things, like get on all fours and drink out of this bowl of milk that's on the ground like a dog, like a hound dog, okay? When I drink out of a faucet, I call myself a hound dog, because that's what a hound dog does. But I don't know, I mean, maybe she's like, yeah, I'd say a dog drinking milk. So then he like puts candy in his hand and has her, get on all fours and crawl over and, chew it and then spit it back into his hand. And it's just, hey, go stand in that corner. And it's just weird stuff like that. And so then Antonio Banderas and her are having, relations at one point, and he's trying to, come on to her, and she's like, no, I can't. And he's like, why? And she's like, oh, I can't come with you. I never orgasm with you. And, that's just words a guy never wants to hear. But they've been married 19 years, so that's on you. Don't put that on Antonio Banderas, okay? So eventually he finds out about the fling, and they fight for like 2 minutes, and then they're done fighting, and she hands an ice pack to each of them, and he's like, oh, she's just using you, Samuel, and, for her fantasies, and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, no, that's a dated idea. You wouldn't understand. You just have a dated idea. And he has a heart attack. Oh, I have a dated idea. Oh, my gosh. I've never been told such a thing. Oy. And so I don't understand why he had a heart attack after being told that his ideas are dated. It was just like, what? Like, he's so not progressive that he has a heart attack about it. I don't know. It was strange. So then the girl, they get, so then they split up. The ending is Nicole Kidman and her husband, Antonio Banderas, get back together, and they are reenacting a scene that her and Samuel did, and she climaxes, and then that's the end of the movie. So she climaxes at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end of the movie. And I saw that movie, so you don't have to. Isn't that right, Cole? Thank you. So then I want to do another segment, and then I'll wrap this up, called Where Are They Now? It's going to be about people that I know in my life that have had crazy stuff happen to them. And I know, just don't want my camera to die. We need to just get through this. This guy's name's Cody Warden. And sorry.
Warden is behind bars.
William Warden.
While Warden faces charges, we're learning more about what led up to the deadly hit run.
A woman says she saw a driver intentionally run the man over after a fight reached a fever pitch.
They waited till where they were. They came outside the turban. They pulled up on the curb.
Lieutenant Caroline Hecker explains the woman's quick actions to try and calm the chaos. She's live outside the bar tonight. Caroline.
Yeah. So, anyways, he's always just been a prick, and he's a part of a group of people called the JCK, Jefferson County Killers. They all got tattoos on their feet that said JCK, and they were just known for ripping people, scamming people, robbing people, and just jumping random people that are walking in the streets. And it's disgusting, honestly. Like, I was at a party one time, and we were playing with the UFC big party. Million people, a lot of people there. So it's not like this is the focal point of the party. But, I'm fighting with someone, whatever, in UFC. He comes up, shuts the game off. There's like 15 people around. And it's like, what the hell? Start up the game. Someone else is playing. Gets like the second round. Boom. He comes and shuts it off. Right? Just prick stuff like that. And so anyways, he got Bomber O'Brien's. He was in this bar, and I guess about 9 of them went outside and they were fighting. And he got in the car with 3 other people, and then he just ran the owner of Bomber's bar. He ran him over. And man charged with hit and run that left South City bar owner dead, if you want to watch the video. So yeah, he did that, and he's in prison. Now, him and the JCK, they were working with a whole bunch of Bosnians, okay? Now, of course they were. The head Bosnian was about 500 pounds, and he eventually died, but he had a whole bunch of, he had nice everything. He was, Jabba the Hutt of the Bosnians is what this guy was. So they would come up, get a whole bunch of starters. They'd go steal cars, take them to chop shops. They would cut cats, give them to the Bosnians, yada, yada, yada. So anyways, he had a lot of money. They had a lot of money. And at one point, so he had a lot of money, gets in this wreck, he has a bond. So if you're a dick and you have a lot of money, you don't really have an option. You have to tell someone to try and get your stash of money. But since you're a prick, really, of course, what happened to him is going to happen. So he told these 2 broads, I think one of them may have been his sister, where his stash money was at. And they got it. And instead of bonding him out, which is like, I think $50,000, they spent it. Oh, no ish. Shout out to the broads. Shout out, thank you to the broads that have always been there for me and take down the men that are pricks. So yeah, don't be a prick. And if you are, have a better money situation. But he's in prison for a long time, and he looks like a shark. But we don't wish anyone dead. But if you're working with Bosnians, you get a foot tattoo that say JCK on it, and you jump people and you scam people and you rob people, then really, what do you think your fate is going to be? Right? I'll have one clip that this guy busted one of my friend's heads open with a bottle. And then we'll get out of here. Boom. Wait, no, that's not it. Cody, stop. You love when women do that? Boom. Bottle over my friend's head. Ready? Hold on. Now, if you hit someone in the head with a bottle and they tell you have some effing manners, hey, GG's, you're cooked. That's embarrassing for you, bub. You might as well got bit by a diamondback. Because if you hit someone over the head with a bottle, you best not miss, because otherwise you're soft. If I hit someone in the head with a bottle, right? I mean, there's no way they're staying conscious, right? It's just not what the universe would do, right? But when you're like I said, whatever you believe in, higher power, God, all that stuff, karma, I do believe is real. What you put into the world, I do believe you get out of it. So yeah, shout out to that guy who took a bottle to the head and then said, dude, have some manners. That's a guy that's about to kick your ass now that you bust a bottle over his head. So thank you guys so much for listening. Chicken Noodle Podcast at gmail.com. If you'd like to send an email, I'll read all of them live. And with doing a video now, I'm going to be firing these episodes out as long as I can get the editing part down. Like I said, I try to do that, but been having some struggles. But like I said, thank you guys so much. Thanks, Cole. Thank you, Magic Mind, even though they're not a sponsor, but maybe one day they will be, and I'll get free Magic Mind because that's good stuff. So from my family to yours, I hope you have a great start to the 2025 new year. I love you. I hope you love me or you like me. If not, hate watch my stuff. That's okay. And I'm going to come out with another episode very soon as I get the editing process down. So thank you guys so much. God bless.